What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be showing my design for a— wait, I'm in survival mode. Okay, don't click away. I promise I'm going to be showing something cool. So I just think that this is better to be shown off in survival mode. So what we got is my design for a crafting system. I'll be hopping to Creative World later to show you that better, but for now I'm going to demonstrate it. So this is an example of our iron farm. All of the irons going into these chests here, all 90 of them. So to use this system, it makes it so that all of the chests are able for you to break with ease. You go right up to your breaking limit, and then once you get rid of these middle two chests, all of the iron will be able to flow in the middle, and then I can properly demonstrate it. But to use this system, all of this will become relevant later, I promise. You gotta just ready your inventory. So you gotta put your chests in your trap chests so they don't get picked up. Move the item you'll be crafting. This can work for redstone blocks, anything with block form, so coal, slime blocks, whatever. And then you'd break the chests. I'm going to be doing this one because I did the row in front of me in a bad take, so I'm going to have to redo this. So, the way this works is you can break massive amounts of items and they'll all be pushed to a crafting table, where then you can then use the 1 key to just move the items straight into the crafting table. This has been shown before, but I've never seen a design on what I'm showing here. So, I'm going to show this in more detail. When you're done crafting all of the items, this is an optional feature, but it's something that we opted for on our server. You could have a fast unloading system like we have here, where it takes out all of the items at a very fast speed, 80 items per second, and then it shoots them out at 40 items per second. That just moves all of this iron into the storage that we have here, and then this all gets evenly distributed for each chest. Not quite, because people take from them. You don't necessarily need this, so I won't be doing this. I won't be showing this how to build this in this video. I will link in the description of videos on this design where you can build it for yourself. And then if you wanted to not have that, you could just move the items by hand. That would work completely fine. Now we're in a creative world with my chunk still loading in to show this design in a more bare bones look. So without the item sorters or the indicator lights, this is all we really got going on. I prettied it up a little bit, but it's all essentially the same. You see when we click the button, you got the water streams to move the items. So this is, again, just to reiterate, you got 5 chests stacked high. You can have this as long as you, well, as short as you want. 18 is pretty much the max because the water stops in the middle here. So to start crafting, you'd want to start with these 2 rows. And not a lot of people would want to do any more than just 10 double chests. And the way that I showed earlier, all 36 stacks of iron would fit perfectly into your inventory with 1 item remaining. The reason you need the water streams above here is because the items will float up, and I've seen different designs from more private YouTubers. They didn't actually do a video on it, is what I mean. If the blocks are above the chest, they'll float out, the items will go everywhere, and you won't get everything. But with the water streams, this is about 99% reliable. I say that because every once in a while you don't get everything, but I can't fix that. So this is it here. I'm not going to do a tutorial. I'm just going to kind of fly by it, show everything you need to know. I powered the dispensers with a repeater. If this was a transparent block, you wouldn't have to use a repeater. But if you flush away the redstone, then you definitely... I broke it, but that's not important. So all the hoppers go behind here, and then I just have a water stream above. And that's really it. If you can't build from this, then I can supply a schematic or a tutorial in an unlisted video. Just ask me. The signs here stop the water, and that's everything you need to know. I'm going to go to our survival world, and I'm going to show you around our server in different instances so that I can show you how to get indicator lights. Because if you were to have something like this, you would definitely want them, and here's why. For that, I bring you to our witch farm. So our quad witch hut farm is pretty fast and produces a lot of items. So we have crafting systems for slime balls, glowstone, and redstone. Not gunpowder. We don't want gunpowder. See, all these chests are full. We just ignore them. So with the redstone, this is exactly the same system as before. It's just 1 block shorter and 1 less dispenser. That's it. So I'm not going to show that working, but I am going to focus on these indicator lights. For that, I'm going to need to go to spectator mode. So did he just... wow, okay. So the wiring on this is actually pretty simple. Now this only works if you have a sorter like this one. The reason I have 2 repeaters is because we need this extra block gap so the item stream can go above. And that's not important. If you're going to build with the normal sorting system, which is very common, and that's the only reason I'm showing this, we have torches that lead to pistons. Each of these cauldrons have 2 layers of water, so 2/3 of the normal amount. That goes into a comparator, which just brings the signal down to a torch, and then the wiring goes over. If you were to recreate this, I would hope that you can just pause the video as I go. And all that does is it turns on the lamp when it's sorting or full, so that you know when you can craft and when you can't, because otherwise you'd be blind, and then you wouldn't know what to do. And then crafting would be a nightmare. So we've got the same thing for the glowstone and the slime ball, as you can see here. Now, what if you want to have the indicator lights on top? Well, we have something for that as well. This is again working off the typical 41 item sorter, because it'll look like that. And then that just brings the signal up into a basic torch tower, brings the signal over with full cauldrons this time, and then comparators just extend the signal 3 more blocks. And that just drops down onto indicator lights. I'm going to go to our snow farm now, which doesn't use item sorters, so in case you're doing something similar to that, like our iron farm, you wouldn't need to sort that because we're only producing 1 item there. The poppies get shot through the nether. I'm here at our snow farm, where you can see that we have a ton of storage because this thing produces a lot of snowballs. So we have massive amounts of speed crafting systems where people can craft all that they want. So there is no sorting system here. So I made the wiring a lot more simple. If you were to do something like this, I dropped the comparator down a block so that you can only read it when it's actually sorting. Otherwise, these hoppers fill up every time and then you kind of get wrong data. So that just leads into a torch, into another torch, piston with full cauldron, and then it goes over. I'm going to try and get a side view. Again, the reason I'm showing this is if anybody wants to recreate this, they can have it here. I can provide a schematic or maybe a dedicated tutorial if anybody really cares, but if you made it this far anyway, then I'm sure you've gotten the point. But that's it. I hope that covers everything you need to know. I'm going to end the video here. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you dislike it, hit the dislike button. If you really liked it, or you know a friend who might use this, tell them about it, because they might benefit. And that would be really cool, because the more people who know about these videos, the more inspired I am to make them, and now I'm rambling. So, that's it for me. Thanks for watching.